Hello there and welcome to Octopath Traveler. My name is Salonius and this stream originally occurred on April 1st of 2020 over on twitch.tv. It's there that I stream the majority of my uncut content between Monday and Friday between 6 and 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to come over, I'll put a link down in the description. Otherwise, I'll edit and then upload all videos afterwards to YouTube. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is Octopath Traveler. 2009, so it actually came out last year in 2019 by Square Enix. Old style, 8-bit, but I'm already loving the music. Already loving it. It does remind me of the couple times that I did start Final Fantasy. Just kind of that dash of adventure in the back. Alright, so let's do this. Time to start Octopath Traveler. I know you always want food when I'm streaming. Alright, new game. Oh, we get to choose who we start with. Alright, so who do we have? The Cleric Ophelia. Guide and able to summon. Your name is Ophelia and you are a cleric. You hail from the snow-swept Frostlands where you dutifully serve the Order of the Flame under your adoptive father, the Archbishop. As your adoptive sister and best friend prepares to embark on a perilous pilgrimage, you stand ever at her side. But unbeknownst to the both of you, events are about to take a tragic turn. Alright, who's this? The Scholar Cyrus. Path action is scrutinize. Talent study is foe. Your name is Cyrus and you are a scholar. You teach at the Royal Academy in Atlasdom, and though you have numerous admirers, your only passion is the pursuit of knowledge. There is so much more I would learn. One day you realize that an invaluable tome has vanished from the Royal Library, piquing your insatiable curiosity. What else do we have? The Merchant Tressa. She can purchase and has an eye for money. Your name is Tressa, and you are a merchant. You stock the shelves at your parents' shop in your sleepy seaside hometown. You often find yourself gazing out at sea, longing for something more. What lies beyond the horizon? You thought you'd never know the answer. Then one day an unfamiliar vessel weighs anchor at the docks, changing your life forever. The Warrior, Ulberic. You can challenge and you can bolster defenses. Your name is Ulberic, and you are a warrior. Once a proud knight, you lost both king and kingdom in a bloody coup. Today you serve as a master at arms for a remote mountain village. To what end do I swing my blade? The question tortured you night after restless night. Then one day you overhear a name from your past, giving you new purpose. What is this? The dancer, Primrose. She can allure and her ability is to summon. Your name is Primrose, and you are a dancer. You ply your trade in the pleasure district of Sunshade, a town forever shrouded in darkness. In truth, you are the highborn daughter of the once proud House Azelhart, an identity you conceal from all. 3 men bearing the mark of the Crow, they took my father from me, but you will have your revenge. The Apothecary, Alphin. Path action is inquire, Egan concoct. Your name is Alphin, and you are an apothecary. You treat the wounded and sick in a small village amid the babbling brooks of the Riverlands. Stricken ill as a child, you were saved by a traveler who asked for nothing in return, inspiring you to follow in his footsteps. Though hesitant to leave the only home you've known, your best friend convinces you to follow your dream, wherever it may lead you. Alright, who is this? The Thief Therion. He can steal and pick locks. Your name is Therion, and you are a thief. While your past is a guarded secret, your exploits are known far and wide. Mere whispers of your extravagant heists strike fear to the hearts of the wealthy. Drifting into the clifflands one day, you hear a rumor of great riches to be had. You set your sights on a mansion said to be impregnable, only to find what you never expected. The Hunter, Hannette? Yeah, I'm gonna call her Hannette. Her action is provoke and she can capture. Your name is Hennett, and you are a hunter. One of the last descendants of an ancient clan that calls the deep forest home. Your prowess with the bow is unmatched. Your master left home 1 year ago, summoned to hunt a dread beast, and you protected the village while awaiting his return. Then one day, the return of an old friend gives you cause for concern, and you strike out on a journey of your own. Alright, so that's all of them. Please pick not a normal class. I'm getting the sense to do the boobs? Am I being told to start as Primrose, the dancer? Is that what I'm being told? To do the dancer, or are we up here for the hunters? I'm hearing a dancer. Let's go with your gut. Oh, we're split. All right. Twerp, you get to decide, hunter or dancer. Scholar! Oh, we got 2 for the scholar. Going for the scholar.
A world of knowledge awaits. And so it was that Atlasdam was founded some 2 centuries ago. Indeed, our fair city-state is among the longest standing on the continent of Austera. But there was another city-state with a history as long and proud as our own that came to a tragic ruin only 8 short years ago. Now, who can tell me its name? How about you, Cyrus?
Yes, it is.
I think it was...
Now, no need to get all flustered. There's no shame in not knowing an answer, so long as you have a desire to learn.
It is so nice to hear good voice acting again. To go from a play with friends to I'm already enjoying this game. I like this a lot.
The answer is in your textbook. Go on now, look it up.
Yes, Professor. Let's see.
You would add the humming.
I believe it was Hornburg.
That is correct. Hornburg was ruled over by a royal family said to be descended from priests of an ancient and long-forgotten religion. On the other hand, our fair Atlasdam was founded by one of the original clans that inhabited the Flatlands. Who can tell me how many clans lived in the Flatlands at the time? Your Highness?
Oh, we get to hear the princess.
The histories have it that 8 clans did live in the Flatlands in those days.
Oh, wait, hang on, I recognize that voice.
Correct you are, Your Highness.
Correct you are, Your Highness.
It was a time of great strife here in the Flatlands as the 8 clans waged a long and bitter war.
Probably not very well.
Change would come when the armies of Grandport invaded these lands some 2 centuries ago. At the time, the rulers of Grandport sought to exert their influence over territories inland.
You people chose this! You people chose exposition for the beginning of the game!
Ironically, this compelled the warring tribes to put aside their differences and unite against their common foe.
I get a little angry there.
Oh, But look at the time. We'll pick up where we left off next time.
Yeah, the girls picked this. Melanie, you gotta get Bullet back in here. Then you have two guys that want titties.
Don't forget to read chapters 3 and 4 before our next lecture. And be prepared to answer questions on any of the material within.
Sounds like college again.
Yes, Professor.
Thank you for another most stimulating lecture, Professor Albright.
Princess Mary. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I recognize that voice.
Hello?
Ah, Professor Albright. Mercedes from the Royal Library came by with a message for you. Seems today's your lucky day. You've been granted permission to enter the special archives.
Splendid!
Finally, I can begin my research. The library is just outside the palace. I'd best make haste. Yeah, it is Lysithea, isn't it? It sounds like Lysithea from Three Houses. It's right in the bottom right to check the area. Continue the story here. Side story starting point, save point, hidden item, exits. Press RB. Can I talk to you? Hello? No? Ah! Okay, so why is this? Yeah, I do get to practice my voice acting. Isn't that great? The new Minecraft update looks cool. Nice shaders.
Greetings!
His Majesty possesses a unique understanding of the scholarly pursuits.
Not bad, eh?
He founded the Royal Library and Academy, where nobles and commoners alike can learn freely.
How'd you do?
How'd you do? Ahead lies the audience chamber. If you would seek His Majesty's counsel, pray proceed. I'm the king now.
Oh,
Wrong staircase.
um,
Professor.
Professor Albright.
Oh, thank heavens you're still here. I thought I had missed you.
Your Highness.
What can I do for you, Your Highness?
The truth of the matter is,
If you could spare the time, I had a question about something we learned today.
But of course!
Your Highness, it would be my pleasure to answer anything. After all, my role as your tutor is as important to me as any of my research. Unfortunately, I cannot spare much time. Is this question a quick one?
indeed.
Yes, Professor. It will not take long. I was just wondering about the ancient religion of Hornburg. Pray tell, what did they worship?
Very astute of you.
A very astute question, Your Highness. However, I fear that nearly all the texts detailing the nature of the religion were burned and lost when Hornburg fell.
Huh?
I see. A shame, that.
The truth is...
I do, however, have a theory of my own. Camera down to the left again. Like that? I don't know, I always keep bumping it. I believe that the royal family of Hornburg were guardians of an ancient power. I need a camera stand is what I need. Mind you, this is not idle speculation. My theory is based on the fact that...
Oh.
Let us continue the discussion another time. My apologies for keeping you, Professor.
With pleasure.
No need for apologies. It would be my pleasure, Your Highness. That such questions occur to you is a sign of a sharp and curious mind.
I thank you.
Your lectures on the history of the realm are fascinating to me. For if I do not learn of our past, how can I hope to lead my people to a bright future?
Indeed.
A most admirable philosophy, Your Highness. The people of this land are truly fortunate to be led by one of such wisdom and kindness. As I am truly fortunate to have the opportunity to serve in some small way. You are far too kind, Professor Albright. I am proud to be your student.
Ah,
Admirable, admirable. Oh dear, I'm running late.
good day.
Pray do not forget your assignment, Your Highness.
Farewell.
Of course, Professor.
Ah, Therese.
Oh, hello there, Therese.
Yes.
Do you have a question for me as well?
No.
I mean, no. Good day, Professor.
Hmm? It's me, Cyrus.
Good day, Mercedes. Cyrus Albright, here to browse the special archives. Oh, Professor Albright, you're looking quite eager today.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard an original copy of The Church of the Flame, a complete history, had been donated to our archives, I simply had to be the first to see it.
I see.
You're more on top of our collection than I am. Just sign here.
With pleasure. Hmm?
Is something amiss?
Actually,
For someone known as the most brilliant mind in the Royal Academy, when you talk about books, you're as giddy as a schoolboy. When you put it that way, yes, much as a child is fascinated by a new toy. I am titillated by the prospect of acquiring new knowledge.
I see.
Right, the expression on your face says it all. Anyway, everything seems to be in order. Enjoy your quest for knowledge, Professor.
Many thanks.
Many thanks, my dear. I most certainly will.
What have we here?
How odd. The tome was nowhere to be found. Did someone return it to the wrong shelf? Not here either.
An interesting dilemma.
These archives are strictly guarded and curated. Wherever could it have gone?
Professor Albright!
Oh, her voice is a lot higher than I thought. Professor Albright! The headmaster would see you at once! Of all the times... Oh well, might I ask of you a favor? What might that be?
The truth is...
The tome I mentioned before seems to have gone missing. Could you locate it for me?
I see.
Missing? Huh. I'll begin looking at once, Professor.
Many thanks.
My dear.
Cyrus Albright, by your request, sir.
Do enter.
He has red eyes. He's
My
evil.
apologies for summoning you on such short notice.
How might I be of assistance, Headmaster?
That treatise on arcane studies you published. What in the gods' names were you thinking?
Sir? I do believe I made my hypothesis perfectly clear.
I'm not talking about your hypothesis. You went out of your way to cite one of the texts in our special archives. The knowledge housed in those tomes is the Royal Academy's greatest treasure. It is not to be divulged to the public at your whim. Laying it bare in one of your silly papers is out of the question.
Oh, okay then.
I am fully aware of the value of those tomes, Headmaster. It is for that very reason I would share the knowledge with my peers.
You are to share nothing. That wisdom is for the Academy and the Academy alone.
But that goes against everything.
Enough, Cyrus!
Okay then.
Even my best argument is sure to fall on deaf ears. The Headmaster sees knowledge as a metal or precious stone, something to be appreciated by its rightful owner alone.
Appreciated? I don't think that's how you say that word.
Knowledge is power, and power is to be hoarded. An unfortunate attitude, indeed. My sincere apologies, Headmaster. It won't happen again. Is there anything else you need of me?
That is all. You may go.
That is Sakura's voice actor from Persona 5. He's the coffee guy. That's Headmaster Yvonne's voice actor. I've been seeing him a lot more nowadays in games, which makes me very happy.
Wait, there was one last thing.
Sir?
I heard the special archives will be closing early today. If you have research to do there, I would do so quickly.
Good gods. It's as if he enjoys watching me suffer.
He does. He does, Cyrus.
Thank you for your concern, Headmaster. In that case, I'll be on my way.
Enter.
Excuse me.
Headmaster?
What's the matter?
Yes. What? Yes. What is it, Therese? He's got more of a gruff voice. It's about Professor Albright, sir.
Can I help you?
Ah, Professor Albright.
A moment of your time.
Did you have any luck finding the tome?
My apologies.
I'm afraid not.
Say it is not so.
Well, this is most unfortunate. One might conclude that it had been stolen.
Actually,
Professor, taking books out from these archives is strictly forbidden. And as you know, the keys to the vault are entrusted to only a select few. Quite honestly, it would be easier to steal the crown off the king's head.
Aho!
An impregnable vault, a disappearing tome. It would seem we have quite the mystery on our hands. And the mysteries of the world are meant to be solved. Or so the scholar in me says. Would you not agree? If it had been stolen, I would say it's a job for the city guard. But I can see you won't let it go until you've cracked the case, as it were.
Indeed.
Ha ha ha! You could say that indeed. A habit I just can't seem to break. Once a puzzle is placed before me, I simply cannot rest until I've worked out a solution.
I see.
Well, far be it from me to stand in your way. It must be tough being a genius.
Leave it to me.
Haha, I'll not deny it. Worry not. The tome will be back on the shelf before you can bat an eyelash.
Take care.
Right, thanks. Best of luck in your search.
Time to do some research.
And the game is afoot. I wonder who he's based off of. Now, where to begin my search? I suppose I should inquire with Mercedes as to where the keys to the library are stored. The guard at the front door would know who has been frequenting the library lately, as might my fellow scholars. Then mayhap I should pay the headmaster a visit as well. It is each character's unique action to overcome any obstacle. Try pressing X. Yep. Oh, Cyrus, I'll trust you not to interrupt my research. Oh, what was that little flourish? Let's see now. Testimony, the key to the archives? Oh, I haven't got that. But I'm not surprised someone stole a tome, considering what they're worth. I'm gambling debts myself, so I understand the temptation. Most intriguing.
Are you all right?
Have you cracked the case yet, Professor Albright? Yeah! Let's see now. Test only Headmaster Yvonne and the guard station outside should have a key to the library archives. Most intriguing. No, Russell just isn't cut out for that sort of work. Whatever it was, Move along now. Yeah! Let's see now. Of course I've got a key to the archives. And no, I wasn't sleeping. I was resting my eyes is all. But even if I was sleeping, what would it matter? What kind of fool would bother stealing a worthless tome anyway? Most intriguing. Cyrus is Sherlock Holmes. It is a very pretty game. Yes, the game was afoot. I won't rest until I've cracked the case. And his ability is to scrutinize. And his little flourish when he does so. As I'll point out now. What is it this time, Cyrus? And here we go. Yeah! Let's see now. You know full well I have a key to the special archives, and that I would never be so foolish as to let it fall into the wrong hands. In any event, I have had no reason to peruse those tomes in quite some time. Most intriguing.
Splendid.
That should be all the information I need to solve the case. Who possesses keys to the archives? The headmaster and the guard.
But of course.
Of course, it all makes sense now. There are only 2 keys to the archives. One belonging to the headmaster, and one to the guardsman. Whose key was used to unlock the archives? The guards, because we saw that the headmaster's had been gathering dust. The headmaster's key is safely locked away in his office. Furthermore, he hasn't visited the archives today. On the other hand, the guard has been acting suspiciously of late, even sleeping while on active duty.
Oh,
It would be all too easy to lift the key off of his person. So is it possible that the guard is our man? No.
no.
He would have no motive. The culprit must be someone who understands the true value of the tome. Which is to say, one of my colleagues. And most likely, one who's accrued a frightful gambling debt.
Which means that...
Put it all together, and our villain is... Russell.
Yes.
Indubitably, that shifty scholar Russell. Yes, I dare say my logic is foolproof. Oh, that is the stuff for you to spend currency on. For, like, to ask me questions. That's the +1 mana.
Shall we begin?
Word has it he's been doing his research underground these days.
Now then.
I think it's time I did some field work of my own. Well, then I'm just going to use my normal voice. Just for females don't try. I can do that. You never know when danger might strike, so save often. For males, try. Alright, so for guys I will try, and for girls I'll just do my normal voice.